Because when you love what you do, like that's fun. Like this podcast for me isn't work, right? Like I love it, right? I say, yeah, let's talk with Will. Like I would love to learn from him. It would be great. But there will be people that will say, oh, I need to do a podcast because I can get this advantage and this benefit and this and this. And they can't compete because they will quit sooner or later.
Yeah. No, dude, you're completely right. With that said, I think there is a season, so I remember like if we rewind back about maybe 8 years and I was in my parents' spare room, I had 3 or 4K in the bank, car loan, didn't own any real estate, didn't really have any cash, didn't know what to do. And I just wanted money. I just wanted
Yep.
money to rent an apartment, buy a relatively nice car, afford to go on a holiday. I just wanted money and I didn't give a fuck about fun.
Yeah.
I didn't care about my mission or my vision or my calling in life. I was like, how the fuck can I get some money to have a nice life? And
Yeah.
that's the season. Everybody starts in that season of I'm broke and I
Yeah.
need more money. And how do I get
Yeah.
that money? And
Yes.
within legal and ethical boundaries, of course, that goes without
Yep.
saying,
Yep.
I would have done anything to get that. And I did. I was delivering leaflets door to door for like $35 a day. I worked at McDonald's part-time. I DJ'd, and did my best with that. And I was selling like sample packs and merchandise and records to try and make some more money on the side. And then, I found trading and then online education after that. And now we're here, right? All these years later. But season number one is just make some fucking money and sort your life out. Season number two is, right, how far can you go and how big can you build? Season number three, when you've solved money, when that is no longer a problem, then it's like, right, well, what do I really love? What do I want to do with my time and my days? What would I do for free? That's a great question to ask. What would you do for free? That is what you really should be doing. So there's different seasons.
So true, man. And like you basically described me. Like I did everything I could to make that first 10, 20K a month and then more. And I hit my like thermostat, like the level. And after that, I started worrying about this. And like I agree with you. Yeah, that's a good observation. Like I remember for the first channel, I was literally working 16 hours a day, and sometimes I forgot to eat. So all the only the only breaks were the bathroom, and I'm now telling people, hey, just do what you love. But I did whatever it takes. That's such a good point. Hormozi talked about it too. He said people do whatever it takes to get to where they are, and then they start talking about all the other weird shit that they think that got them there. But no, like it's the work. So unless you are like sound at least you make 10K, 20K, or whatever your initial goal is, where you are not stressed financially, like you spend way less than you make, don't worry about it as much, right? Like for as long as it's ethical, as you said, for as long as you can be valuable to the marketplace, it's a skill that can help others, you can sell it, go for it, execute, and then unless you are some like crazy person, you will hit that wall where you say, okay, but what's next? And that's when love chapter begins, and that's when you optimize for what you want. Like even Sam Owens, right? He made lots of money. Then he said, I don't want this, I want Skool, right? And he started doing this.
Exactly. I mean, nothing lasts forever. Very, 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 very few businesses last for like a human's lifespan. Maybe Google, Apple, those kinds of companies will probably still be around for a long time. But these companies, they really don't last forever. And even if they do last longer, you sell them, then you give it to somebody else and you go and do something different, which is what Sam did. Sam sold consulting.com, went and did Skool. I sold my company to come and do this. Alex sold Gym Launch to go and do his next thing, right, and build acquisitions.com. So nothing lasts forever. And it's quite exciting to think like, because I've done so many things. I've done like skateboarding, graffiti, music, trading, info. Who knows what will happen next,
Yes, that's true. That's so true, man. What's interesting is people think that they need to have it all figured out, right? They think that, hey, I need to know how to do this and this and this. But usually, like you kind of, like no one knows what they are doing at all levels. and they just like you just try your best to learn from people that are ahead of you, because it will save you a lot of time and you won't make unnecessary mistakes and you will get there faster. But at the end of the day, it's about like try it, test it, right? I know that you love tracking numbers. As you said, you track how much money you got here and there and is it growing. But all you need to do really is like just like, can you see your next step? And if yes, just take it and take it from there and try to get a little bit better instead of trying to know what's going to happen. Because I'm sure you didn't know when you were a DJ that right now you are going to do this, right? No one knows. You have an initial mission. I want this. This is my vision. You start and you figure it out. Now, a lot of these trainings are available for free with all of the templates, AI tools, private feedback for you to be able to implement in your business. And guess what? It's absolutely free. So if you're interested, the link will be down below in the description and you can apply to join there.